What's up, guys? It's Gothic, aka Sam, and today we are continuing on our Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club Gerard route. Yeah, I know it has been a couple of days. I am sorry. Life got in the way. So we are going to continue, and let's go. But of course, finding the food cart was much more trouble than I thought. There we go. People passed by me on all sides, and I found myself joining the flood towards one direction without even thinking about it. The crowd pressed around me, and together we walked for some time. I was too polite to try to elbow my way out, and the group of guys behind me were chatting loudly about how excited they were and what panels they were heading to next. Too embarrassed to ask them for help, I stared at my shoes. We were pushed into line for an escalator, and with nothing else going on for me, I stepped into it. Oh God, I'm going to starve to death at this rate.
Hana.
A familiar voice called to me, and I whirled around. Jimmy, is that you? Sorry, I'm dealing with some family stuff, so. Hey, where are you headed? The food court? I'm a little lost. Oh, perfect. I'm just about to eat. You should come with me. As soon as we were off the escalator, Jimmy led me to the side and into some kind of courtyard area. The ceilings were high and made of glass, so the sun shone through, illuminating the myriad of food stalls and the people milling through the room, including a group of people with shining yellow jackets. Uh-oh.
What's up?
Hey, guys. Jimmy immediately ran to catch up with them, his head bobbing through the crush of people. For a brief second, I wondered whether I should go with him. Did I really want to spend my time fraternizing with the enemy? Heck yeah. Because they're not your enemy, right? The Hidden Block guys were friends with the Normal Boots Club, after all. I had to keep reminding myself, but there it was. There was no real reason to avoid them. Besides, if I did, they'd just think I was a jerk. Jimmy was pulling on Walid's arm and pointing to me from the table. I sighed. Too late to turn back now. Hana, good to see you. Yeah, I heard you got lost. How was that? Not good. These kinds of places are ridiculous to try to navigate. They're almost never set up in a way that makes sense, and every year they're a little bit different. Even I get lost sometimes. Yeah, I'm just not used to all the people, and the maps are hard to understand when you can't even see the entire room. What do you mean? Ian looked down at me from his gargantuan perch, way up there at the top of his 6 feet height. I shrugged. You wouldn't understand. So are you hungry? We were just gonna get something from one of these places and meet back up here.
Yeah.
I'm starving. Yes, let's go. The shops around the courtyard were the regular fast food fare you'd expect to see at any mall or public gathering. There were different shops as per your cultural taste. I ended up grabbing myself a dubious-looking hot dog, one of the few places on any menu that was selling for less than $6. I didn't have that much money to spend per my meal budget, so I had to make it count. Only Walid was there when I got back to the table. I set my tray across from him and smiled tentatively. I didn't know much about Walid at all. He was a member of the Hidden Block Club and seemed to be smart. Not wanting to be the one to start a conversation, I took a ginormous bite of my hot dog. So, where did you just come from? Have you been to the indie booths yet? I finished chewing and swallowed, shaking my head. I was with Gerard. We were looking around for an IBK figurine, but I left him to it. Oh, an IBK figurine. Walid's ears pricked up, and I glanced at him in mild surprise. You know them? Well, of course. Their rise to popularity is partially fueled by a marketing tactic to exploit supply and demand. It's both clever and ridiculously irksome. Yeah, the one Gerard's after, Princess Pumpernickel or something. Apparently there's only a handful of her in existence, but Gerard's determined to get one. Is he now? It's impressive of him to be going this far. I mean, he's got almost every other figurine. I kind of wish there was something I could do to help him, but I don't know the first thing about IBKs except for my own Chibiuba. Interesting. Weird that they're so hard to find, isn't it? Yeah, I guess. Walid was kind of a weirdo if you ask me. Thankfully, at that moment, Ian and Caddy came back, Caddy throwing his tray down with a dramatic sigh. You okay? He's just missing his pets from home. Just missing? Just missing my pets? They're like my family. Of course I'm missing them. Nothing is more important to me than my family. Furballs. The likes of you wouldn't understand. I don't suppose a moose is capable of love. Whoa, that was uncalled for. Moose are very loving creatures. They keep it all in their antlers. The two glared at each other and then turned away. Are those two? Don't worry. They're always like this. It's because they secretly love each other. We do not. It's the love that can only be shown through combativeness and antagonism, a very special kind of friendship, a rivalry that propels both people to new heights, causing them to believe ever more in themselves. They're the most important people to each other. They believe in each other's dreams and want to help each other pull through.
If you like him, go for it.
You should believe in yourself too, Hannah. Where did this come from? I heard you talking about a certain completionist. He winked at me, and then he shot into my cheeks. I don't know what you're talking about. No, but you guys went to the flower festival together. I'm sure that you two are going to... I smacked my hands over Luke's mouth. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy peeled my hand gently off Luke's face. Okay, calm down there. We're not going to say anything else about that, are we, Luke? He shot Luke a glare, but Luke merely crossed his arms. I think we all know where we stand. You guys are the absolute worst. You have to admit, the look on your face was hilarious. Ugh. That's what you get for hanging out with us, to be honest. I hate you all. Not an uncommon reaction. I was expecting a lunch with the Hidden Block Club to be similar to a lunch with the Normal Boots Club. It wasn't. Aside from the constant references and attempt to pry into my love life, the Hidden Block Club were way more combative with each other, reminding me of a group of brothers than a group of close friends. You could tell that they cared for each other deep down, and they found a way to get along with each other. Most of the time. But they pretty much told each other like it was. It was endearing, and I could honestly see the appeal, even if it was exhausting. But I was already on my way to being a member of the Normal Boots Club. There was no point in getting attached. I finished my hot dog instead. Leaving already? Yeah, sorry, I'm supposed to meet with the others.
Bye.
Okay, well, it was nice having you here.
Bye.
Yeah, have fun. I set my tray on a trash can and popped into the escalator, heading back the way I came. Now that the crowds calmed down a little, I was sure I could find my way back to the free play room. As I rode up, I waved to the Hidden Block Club. To my surprise, all of them waved back, their sleeves wafting like sunflowers in the breeze. They weren't that bad. I could see why everyone was friends. With a sigh, I focused on navigating through the crowds. If I wasn't mistaken, the free play room was right around here.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody. Somehow, as if by magic, everybody happened to converge in the free play room at the exact same time. Mai bopped along just behind Jared and PBG, and I rushed to her side. How was your expedition? Oh, Hannah, I'm in heaven. You have to win the tournament for the good of everybody. Everyone? Yeah, okay, mostly me. But I'll tell you more about it later. She pointed to the guys who were staring at us expectantly. Pardon? Where do you guys want to go eat? I already ate. Oh, okay. You can still will come with us, though. Well, I already spent my lunch budget for the day. I didn't have that much money to spend, so I don't want to put myself in temptation's path. I knew that if I went with them, I would have something I didn't want or couldn't really afford. No, I'll just hang out with Mai. Sorry, Hannah. I'm actually going to go hang out with some friends. With some friends? Mai clasped her hands together as if in prayer. Yeah, I found some cute guys who want to take me for food. I don't know if I can bring you along. I'm sorry. No, that's okay. I'll just stay here and practice. Okay, sorry, Hannah. Yeah, sorry, Hannah. Is everybody else ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm starving. I've been hearing good things about this pizza. I'm ready.
I'm not so sure.
Actually, can you guys wait for me? I want to walk Hannah back to her room. Gerard, you don't need to. It's the least I can do. We'll wait for you, but hurry up. It'll be anarchy in a few more minutes. Gerard, you really didn't need to do this.
Uh-huh.
I know, I just felt kind of bad. I know you were nervous about coming to the convention, and I hardly spending any time with us. That's okay, there's always tomorrow. It's a 3-day event after all. I guess so. If you ever need anything, you have my number, right? Yeah, you gave it to me that day you sent me on the tour. Right, well, good. I nodded. Gerard hesitated in the doorway, and I watched him apparently wavering between something. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, good. Gerard nodded, and I nodded back. Gerard nodded again. I nodded again. He still wasn't moving. Gerard, don't you have to catch up with the others? Yeah, I guess I do. Well, when I come back, we'll have to spend lots of time together, right? Yeah. Of course we will. Good, great. Then there's nothing to be worried about. Were you worried about something? No, of course not. It's just nice to be able to spend time with you, so...
Oh.
I mean, I was looking forward to it, so... I was excited, so... So... Yeah. But I'll see you later. In that case, I'll just leave now. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go. Okay, great. I'll see you when you come back. Yeah, when I get back, I'll see you then.
Catch you later.
Yeah, I'll see you then. Finally, Gerard left. I shut the door, then collapsed against it and buried my face in my hands. So cute. I didn't end up seeing much of Mai that day, or the next. At first I was a little worried that that I wouldn't fit in without Mai to hang on to, but as the hours passed and the days went by, my worries faded away. After all, Gerard was always by my side. He was always worrying about me and always making sure I knew what references we were referring to and that I didn't feel quite so lonely. He paid so much attention to me and was so kind that it was almost overwhelming. Gerard constantly did things for me and kept me in his thoughts. Meanwhile, here I was doing what? What was I doing for him? How was I helping him? As the weekend went on, I found myself questioning it more and more. There must be something I could do to help Gerard, but what? Finally, it was the night before we were set to go back to Asagao. Days of hanging out with Gerard in the Norman Boots Club, of sassing the Hidden Block Club, and secret Nerf wars in the hall were over. Even the convention goers themselves drastically thinned out. Suddenly it was very possible to go places without rubbing up against several sweaty strangers, and the restaurant workers actually smiled at you when you ordered. I snuggled up under the blankets of my bed, just laying there enjoying the warmth and relaxation. The next day everything would be gone. The carefree fun, the lack of stress, the bonding, the new and excitement, the chance to spend so much time with Gerard. All of it would be gone. But that was okay. After the practice and knowledge I had gained, I was more than ever ready to go to Asagao and kick some hidden block ass. I giggled to myself, glad that Mai was at the last convention party of the trip. No doubt she'd have some wild stories to tell me when I finally had time to see her. Someone knocked on my door, interrupted my thoughts. I glanced at the clock. 10 p.m.? What could they want? I went to the door and stood on my tiptoes, peering through the people. Familiar spectacles greeted me through the fisheye view. Satch, is something wrong? Is Gerard with you? I know you were hanging out a lot this weekend. Satch tried to peer past me into my room, but I shook my head. The last I saw of him was at dinner, and then I came back here. Is he okay? He hasn't come back yet, and I'm worried. He wanted to go to sleep early so they would be awake for the ride back. What? You don't think something happened to him, do you? No, he's probably fine. I'm just worried. I think we're gonna go look for him. Thanks for your help, Hannah. Wait! I stepped into the hallway, pulling the door shut behind me. I'm coming with you. Thanks. While Satch and the others searched inside the convention center, I walked up and down the street outside of it. Gerard said something about wanting to check out the shops nearby for Princess Pumpernickel, right? I walked from one end of the block to the other and back again, too terrified of roaming the city alone to make it much further. Surely he was somewhere around here, though. Surely he wouldn't have gone too far. What was that? An odd snoring noise was coming from right inside the alleyway to my right. Was it a homeless person, or... I swallowed heavy, heart pumping fast. If it was Gerard and I just left him out here, he'd definitely get mugged. Mugged and beaten and probably even kidnapped. Be strong, Hannah. Be strong. Be strong for Gerard. I tiptoed quietly into the alleyway. There, slumped against the brick corner, sat a sleeping Gerard, a small brown paper bag in his hands. Gerard! Gerard! I shook him by the shoulder, but he was completely non-responsive. I took out my phone to send a quick text to Satch, and then I remembered I never got his number. Damn it! I squatted next to Gerard, lightly smacking him across the face. I didn't want him to leave him there to go find the others. Maybe if I could wake him? Gerard blinked heavily, staring at me. Gerard? I grabbed his hand and pulled him with all my might. We've got to get you back to your room. Come on. He shook his head vigorously, clearly having no desire to leave this nice, comfy, abandoned alleyway slumped against a brick wall position. Gerard, come on. This time I smacked him hard across the face and his eyes opened. He turned to look at me and nodded thoughtfully. Are you coming? I gave his arm a tug and he got to his feet, nodding again. Okay. Come on, let me get you to your room. If there was anything I did that made me look like someone who needed to be immediately incarcerated, this was it. I was leading, a Gerard like a blind man, narrating the obstacles in the hall and trying to clarify exactly where I was taking him. Every time his eyelids drooped, I gave him a hard smack across the face. Hotel employees were whispering behind their hands. I'm going to give you so much shit for this when we get back. Finally, I managed to pull him into his room and fish his card key out of his pocket. Feeling like some kind of thief, which admittedly wasn't that bad of a feeling, I pushed him into his room and shut the door. Gerard teetered on his feet like some kind of tower in the wind, and I nudged him toward the bed by poking him in the belly. Stop it, stop it. You deserve worse than this for what you put me through tonight. I pulled the sheets back and shoved him into bed. He curled up with a happy sigh. Stupid. He wrapped his hands around his pillow and buried his face into it, happy as a kid in a cloud. It was kind of hard to be angry at him when he was being like that. Silly. Oh, it's so cute. Oh. Look at how cute they are. I grabbed the edge of Gerard's blanket, carefully pulling over his sleeping form. Thank you. Don't worry about it, Gerard. No, really. Thanks for being there for me. Gerard smiled into his pillow, and slowly his breathing steadied out. Just like that, he was asleep. Silly kitty. An alarm clock by the bed caught my eye, and I suppressed a giggle. An itty-bitty kitty alarm clock. He brought an itty-bitty kitty alarm clock with him. Of course he did.
Gerard,
You're the silliest person I've ever met. I gazed at his sleeping face. He looked so relaxed, so calm. I swept a lock out of hair from his forehead. Then I was seized with the impulse to kiss him, and my face flushed. Could I? No. He was sleeping. Get a grip on yourself, Hana. The door opened and a nervous Satch burst through. Hana. Gerard. So you found him. One of the hotel staff told me a pink-haired girl was dragging a man with kittens on her shirt up to some room. I hoped it was you. It's a good thing we're leaving tomorrow. They probably think I'm trying to kill all you guys. Oh, definitely. Death by cuteness. Anyways, I need to get going. We gotta get up early tomorrow, you know. I do. Thanks for your help, Hana. You're a great friend. He grinned mischievously at me, and I swallowed hard.
bye.
Alright, so see you tomorrow. I raced back to my room, face aflame. Was I really that obvious? Satch was the worst. So it was finally time to take the train back to Asagao. Mai and I woke up dead, so tired we didn't even bother changing out of our pajamas. We dragged our luggage to the hotel lobby and climbed into the lobby chairs, setting our foreheads against our knees. It's not even light out. This is hell. It didn't take long for the others to show up. Everyone except Jared, Gerard, and Satch were still in their pajamas. PBG was clutching a pillow, and Jimmy was wrapped in a blanket like some kind of burrito blanket. We traveled to the train station like a herd of zombies, only Gerard and Satch sustaining conversation. Even though Jared was dressed, he looked like he'd shoot anyone who looked at him the wrong way. We piled into the train, barely noticing who was with who. I followed Gerard and Jared into a compartment, and mine followed me. Jared's eyes widened, but he was too late to escape. The train rumbled into motion, and away we went. Maya took a seat next to Jared, and after he gave me a pleading look, I took a seat on the other side of her. The train rumbled steadily down the track, a lulling movement almost like the rocking of a carriage. Maya was quiet for once, eyes compulsively falling shut. I watched her struggle to stay awake, occasionally snapping her head up like a dog trying to catch a fly, then falling lower again. Finally, her head lolled onto Jared's shoulder, and she was fast asleep. Jared glanced uncomfortably at her head, but even he wasn't rude enough to wake a sleeping girl. At some point, I noticed Jared's leg fidgeting. He looked supremely uncomfortable and kept glancing towards the compartment door. Jared, you okay? Hana. He peeled Maya's head off his shoulder and handed her limp form to me. I really need to pee. Please take care of her. Relieved of his burden, he dashed out the door. I tried to settle Maya on my shoulder, but no sooner had I leaned against me than she fell directly into my lap. Maya, are you completely fine? A snort came from across the compartment. Gerard was clutching his mouth. Trying hard to suppress his laughter, I shot him a glare. Hey, no worries. He shifted from his seat, now taking the open space next to me. You look just as tired as her. You can use my shoulder as a pillow, if you want. Gerard smiled kindly at me, and I found myself wondering what I did to deserve this from him. Was he being nice again, or just because, or did he want something from me? No, that's all right. I'm gonna wait till we get back to Asagao.
Sure, I'll do what I can.
Okay, but if you need me, I'm right here. Jared entered the compartment again, and after a brief glance at the three of us, it took Gerard's old seat across the way. Ice cold. I watched the trees speed past the train, my eyes getting heavier and heavier. But I could stay awake, definitely. I wasn't tired at all. I wasn't... A jolt shot me into alertness. I was leaning against something warm and soft. I pushed myself off while being drilled off my face. Have a nice nap. Gerard. You look like you slept well. I flushed and Mai giggled beside me. You were so cute the way you were snoring. No. I didn't mind it. Mai gave me a look and I knew exactly what she meant by it. I would never live this down. And so, just like that, our convention getaway was over. Things were going back to normal. I gathered up my things and headed back to the Asagao campus, avoiding Gerard's eyes the entire time. Alright, and that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please leave a like, comment down below, and I will see you in the next episode. The next episode will be on Tuesday, hopefully. Maybe. I'm sorry that I missed this week. Bye!